Hi everyone, this is Atya here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, do you know that most of the students coming from the core branches, triple E, electrical, electronics, engineering students, mechanical, civil, and sometimes EC students also, they have a very big confusion ahead of their placement process, or sometimes while they are actually attending placement drives, that is to either go ahead with the IT domain or to go ahead with the core domain. And this is one of the biggest problem that is actually going on with most of the students now. The reason behind this is sometimes the students, they tend to get influenced because of their friend group, in which most of them might be preferring IT domain, and sometimes their parents also, they might tell them to go ahead with the core domain. Now, because of this, there is a lot of confusion among the students, and they are completely lost with it. Now, with this video, we are going to end this confusion once and for all. So I'm going to add all the necessary details that will be very much helpful for the students to decide which sector a student should actually opt for. Let it be a core domain or an IT domain. I'm going to break down this video with real numbers, salaries as a fresher till you go ahead, go on and reach the senior level, and the recent placement trends from the last year till now, that is 2025 and 2026. And I can assure you, by the end of this video, you will have a complete clarity on which domain that you should choose. Now, do me a favor, okay? Please do hit that like button and subscribe my channel. And also, at the end of this video, if you are actually satisfied and are able to make up your mind and take a proper decision on which domain that you need to go ahead with, please do comment on which particular domain you're going ahead with. Okay, so all right, let's get on with the video. Thank you. So here I have both the sectors, that is both the domains, IT as well as core domains. In IT, we have software, data science, AIML, and web development. Whereas in core, we have power, electronics, embedded system, VLSI, EV, and renewable energy. Here in this video and in the coming parts, we are going to decide which one is the better option for the Triple E students. But this video is not only limited for Triple E students, but also can be used as a reference by mechanical, civil, and ECE students. In this video, I have used both India as well as global perspective. I have compared the salaries, scope, and the future that lies ahead for the students from 2025 to 2030. So let's get on with it. And what will be we will be covering today. First, I'll be starting with what is actually IT versus the core job that is going on in the current market or the corporate domain, the basic definitions, roles, and how companies are actually hiring and based on what skills. And then we'll move on to the salary comparison, India and the world. This is the most important slide because for a student, he needs to know, or he or she needs to know that how a particular selecting a particular domain would actually affect their career ahead, not only with India's point of view, but also if they want to go abroad. Here I have used the freshers to their senior level, who earns what and what they will be actually earning, and to what extent they can actually go in by selecting a particular domain. What are the skills required to get placed? And here is the most important part, because this you need to know. Selecting a domain is not the only thing, but also to know what that particular domain demands. This is my third video where I'm actually speaking about the skills. If you have seen my the first video where I've given you the placement roadmap, there also I have mentioned the complete set of skills that is required for core as well as IT. And then my last video on the top 10 skills that is required by the triple E students, and this is my third video. So I thought, why not actually give a better picture for the students of who are under the core domain, on which actually they need to select, that is core or the IT sector. Then comes the placement trends from 2025 and 2026, how the industry have been hiring, and how Indian campuses have been uh, placing the students. Okay, this placement trends is very very important. So this would actually give you a background check on how each domain has been performing and how students are getting placed in each domain. Then 5 to 10 year career growth, how your trajectories and realistic projections will look like, futures of both the sectors, because as of now AI, EV, semiconductor and cloud are some of the hot topics that are actually going on in the corporate world. India versus the global scenario, where the real opportunities are. And then finally, I wind up my video with the final verdict. What should you choose? Decision framework. Okay, so how making this particular decision of a particular domain is going to shape your future. So entire thing is there in this video. So I hope you stay till the end, listen to each and everything that I'm saying, and I assure you, by the end of this video you will be having a clear picture of which domain you need to go. So let's start with the first topic, that is IT versus the core. So here I've explained the roles and the top companies for each domain. When it comes to the IT job, the domains under that, the hiring happens as a software developer, where in which you build apps, work on backend systems, data scientist and AIML engineer, one of the hot topics as of now. So you train models, analyze the data. Now this is a very hot topic, that is data scientist and AML engineer. If you're a data analyst, okay, data science. So these are some of the hot topics as of now in the market. You could have also seen so many YouTube videos, okay, that is on AIML or data science, and also lot of uh, companies or organization offering you internship certification courses. This is one of the certification that I see in most of the students. So it is not simply, but it has a very high demand as of now. Web and a full stack developer is one of the area that comes under the IT domain. You can work on the front end and back end product, and once again very nice field with a good package. DevOps and cloud engineer, wherein which I would say cloud engineering is a very good area for one to explore, and maybe with the right certifications under AWS and Azure will really help you in this particular field. It is a very developing and a very important area as of now in the IT domain. Cybersecurity analyst is also important, because as of now there is a slow increase and a steady increase in the cybersecurity, and the number of requirement in cybersecurity is quite high. But we are not able to find a right candidate for this particular role. So if you're trying to explore in IT domain, I think cybersecurity is one of the area that is very low, very lowly explored area. So I think very less explored area, I think you can explore this area, and it will really benefit you a lot. Embedded software engineer, now I don't think students should get confused with embedded software engineer, because in most of my videos I have highlighted how embedded plays an important role in the core domain. But here I'm talking about the firmware design on the hardware product, so that's why I've listed this under the IT domain. But embedded system is a rightfully a core area only. So the top recruiters in the IT domains are TCS, Infosys, Wipro, Accenture, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, and so on. Now I don't know how many of these companies actually do visit your campuses, but there are a lot of other companies. These are some of the uh, like companies which I have listed out. Okay, it doesn't mean that these roles are limited to only these companies, but this is just an example. If you are trying to go into IT domain, these are the areas you have on which you can actually work on and master these areas. Now when it comes to a core triple E job, We start off with the power system engineer. Okay, because triple E is all about power systems, so grid design, substations, HV systems. These are some of the important domains for a triple E student. And then once again, as I said, okay, embedded systems engineer, wherein which you will be working on microcontroller, IoT, RTOS. Then we have VLSI design engineering job. Okay, where you particularly work on chip design, RTL logics, and physical design. Then we have EV and electric drive engineer. This is one of the very important topics, because as of now there is a high boom in the EV sector. So I think if you are planning to work on core domain, EV is one of the area that is still being explored, and there are a lot of opportunities in EV sector also, because power system is almost saturated. Embedded system is a very exploring area, lot of demand. VLSI still has a lot of demand. I think sometimes you can match the salary that you're getting in VLSI with respect to the IT domain, or sometimes you get a better package in VLSI compared to IT domain. And EV is now at a very fast pace, it is being explored. So this is one of the areas that I think students should look out for. Renewable energy is also a very good area, but these renewable energy is almost getting saturated, but I think there is a lot of demand that is coming up in renewable energy also. And finally, one of the evergreen field is electrical design engineer, industrial automation, PLC, SCADA, because electrical design is something that will never go out of scope, or not something like you cannot integrate it with AI and all. Electrical is something that really requires human interference. You require a person sitting there and actually doing the design. So electrical design engineering is actually, I consider, a safest bet for any particular student. Now, top recruiters: BHEL, Siemens, ABB, L&T, NTPC, Qualcomm, Intel, and Texas Instrument. Now, these are just one of the top companies that you can actually aim for. Okay, rather than going for some company, always aim for a better company. So that is why I've listed all the top companies in this particular domain, let it be IT or the core triple E area also. Next is the skills that you actually require to land a job in IT domain. When it comes to technical skills, programming language is very important. Even though we, as of now, we have AI, but it is also important for a student to at least know the basic logic behind any particular code or executing a particular task. Unless the student is not able to actually write the logic or able to understand the logic, AI is not going to help you. And debugging and all is also very important, so that is where the knowledge is very important. I think you can work on Python, Java, C++, and JavaScript. Now again, there's a roadmap and how you need to pace up your practice and your learning curve for this particular each and every program I have listed out in my placement roadmap semester wise, which and all programming you can actually target. Next on the list is the DSA and problem solving. uh, DSA is very important. Without DSA, you cannot enter into the IT domain. Lead Code, HackerRank are the best websites for you to practice on DSA. Practice minimum 200 plus problems before you go into your placement. DBMS and SQL is the most important thing as of now in the industry. Okay, it is easy, not very difficult. You can learn it. Okay, but quite important. Operating system, Linux, memory management and processes, these are some of the things that you should know. And operating system is one of the areas or one of the subjects that is actually mandatory in your college also. And for core students, this comes as a soft course, so you can opt for this particular subject. And then networking basics, starting from TCP, IP, HTTP, DNS. This is very important if you're into DevOps or cloud roles. Cloud platform is very important, and you can take the certifications from Azure and AWS. This will have a very big impact when you go for placement. AIML libraries, NumPy, Pandas, TensorFlow, PyTorch for machine learning roles. Okay, so all these are actually technical skills, but if you want to have a detailed uh, roadmap, and also how and when to actually plan for these particular topics, you can actually refer my previous video. I have given in detail about all these topics in my previous video itself. One of the pro tip for this particular skill sets that I have listed right now here is that for product companies, okay, DSA plus system design is actually non-negotiable. So a student should have a knowledge of DSA and system design, and you really need to start practicing this from your second year itself. Most of the colleges will never introduce DSA in the second year, but I am telling you, start your DSA journey by the time you reach your second year itself. You will not regret this. That is, you can take it from me in writing, okay, but I'm telling you, this is, I'm telling from this my own experience. I've seen lots and lots of students practicing DSA at the end. Okay, DSA is not easy, it requires time, so I would say second year is the best time for you to start with DSA. When it comes to soft skill and certification, communication skill, English proficiency, okay, is important. Now once again, for this, all the links, everything, details have been provided in my previous video. Please do check out my previous videos also. Aptitude and reasoning, GitHub portfolio is one of the things that is mandatory. Internships, minimum 1 to 2, you can have one offline internship and one online internship. Certification, AWS or Azure, both of them will work. And competitive coding, you can use any of the online platform, Lead Code, HackerRank, HackerEarth, and practice competitive coding. That's all for the skills that is actually required for you in the IT domain. Now it comes to the core domain, okay, so we start with power and electrical design, circuit theory knowledge, ECT and power electronics is required. AutoCAD, electrical design, ETAB software, some of the colleges have ETAB software as part of their curriculum. If not, you can actually practice it online also. AutoCAD is there, it is a mandatory part of the your curriculum. Maybe some of those colleges have it in fifth semester, some of them they have in sixth, and some of them have in seventh semester, but it is there, so you can actually get very good in electrical AutoCAD also. Power system protection and relay logic is once again required. It is a HC subject. PLC and SCADA programming is there. Gate exam score, so you have an option to take the gate examination not only in the final year but also in the pre-final year. So that is one of the good things. So you get to have multiple um, attempts on the gate before you pass out of your engineering, and that gate score will really help you a lot for PSU or any government jobs. Next comes the embedded and the IoT. So C or C++ knowledge for the embedded system is required. So C and C++ normally comes in the fourth semester, and whereas C comes in the first semester itself. So that will help you in preparing for your embedded system. Microcontroller, once again, it is a subject. You can learn about Arduino, STM32 and ESP32. And RTOS, free RTOS fundamentals, okay, is very important. If it's not there in curriculum, try to learn it from external sources. Okay, communication protocol and PCB design, okay, it is up to you to whichever software you want to use, or a free software. Easy EDA is there, it is a free software online available. There also you can practice your PCB design. There are a lot of YouTube videos already available for you to practice your PCB designing, but PCB designing is very important. These software skills will help you to get placed in core domain, because if you're aiming for core domain, you you really need to have an extensive knowledge of software tools, right from AutoCAD, MATLAB, ETAB, PSIM, PCB design. There is something called as LT Spice. So these softwares will really help you in getting placed. Next comes the VLSI. This is one of the fastly growing areas as of now. So if you haven't explored this, try to work on VLSI. Start from Verilog and System Verilog, VHDL. Nowadays in most of the colleges, VLSI is being offered as a soft core subjects also for EEE students, where you can get into this VLSI, Verilog, and kind of develop a very good knowledge base on this particular topic. Okay, start with semiconductor physics and digital electronics, RTL design. There are various software. Cadence is one of the software which you can use. Okay, CMOS circuit design fundamentals is a mandatory thing that you need to know if you are into VLSI. And finally, our last area is EV and renewable energy. This is one of the areas that over the past 5 years has picked up a rapid pace in our industry. So for this, it is mandatory for you to have power electronics knowledge. In that, inverters, converters is very important, because EV is all about power electronics. So without the knowledge of power electronics, it becomes very difficult for a person to actually get into EV area, and even the renewable energy also. So next thing is a battery management system, BMS. So BMS is part of the electric vehicle or even the renewable energy. Without battery, both of them, they are dead systems. So BMS knowledge will be required for you to have a very good knowledge on EV. MATLAB, as I already said, MATLAB is one of the tool that is very extensively used in core IT domain. So that is the core domain. So if you're an electrical student and you have studied control engineering, then I think you would have used the MATLAB Simulink software also. Motor drive and control systems knowledge is also required. Grid integration, energy storage. Okay, so these are some of the topics that you need to master to get placed in core domain. And one of the tip for this particular thing is that uh, it is better for a student to actually have multiple attempts at the gate, and if he or she is able to get a good score, then maybe they can open up their PSU opportunities, where the package itself starts from 8 to 18 LPA. VLSI is the highest paid core domain globally. Okay, so start from Verilog in the third year itself. So that will give you a better opportunity to get placed with a very good company and a very good package in the core domain. Now, salary comparison. Okay, that is in the past 2 years how this has happened. So if you see the service companies, the IT jobs, they normally offer you a package of the 5 LPA, whereas the core job under service domain, they offer you around 4 LPA. When it comes to mid-tier IT companies, they are offering you a package of 8 LPA, whereas core companies, they are offering you around 6 LPA. And when it comes to product based companies, again IT is way ahead, up to 18 LPA you can get. And when it comes to core jobs, you can go up to 12, again 12 LPA. Fang and tier 1 companies, that is Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix and Google, that they are the tier 1 companies. They offer you a package up to 45 LPA, and it is only for IT. VLSI and semiconductor companies, they can offer you up to that is 9 LPA. When you can see the comparison and how actually the progression happens on the right hand side of the window. So for an IT fresher who is under service domain, 3.5 to 7 LPA is a standard package that you can get. Maybe TCS, Infosys, Wipro, they all offer anything between 3.5 to 7 LPA. But when it comes to VLSI and semiconductor, okay, you can get up to 6 to 12 LPA. And if you are into IT product, okay, so you can get up to 10 to 25 LPA of package. Whereas if you go through gate for a PSU sector, your package is anywhere between 6 to 18 LPA. And then when it comes to core fresher, if you are a fresher and you're starting your career in core sector, it is almost similar, only 3 to 5.1 LPA you can get. And maybe if you are in core for after 10 years, maybe your salary will be anywhere around 10 to 20 LPA. Now the key insight into this is that, okay, IT sector will give you a very good and high starting salary on average. But if you get qualified, core engineers in PSU and VLSI engineers can match or sometimes even beat the IT salaries with far greater job security, because in IT sector the job security is not there, whereas in core sector the job security is there. That is one of the most important thing. And over a period of time your salary is also in par with the IT sector only. That is what I have seen. Now when it comes to the Indian landscape, okay, so in the IT sector, that is the service companies, again they are offering anywhere around 3.5 to 7 LPA. Mid level, that is third to fifth year, you will be anywhere around 8 to 14 LPA. And by the time you are a senior, that is 7 to 10 years of your work experience, you will be anywhere around 15 to 28 LPA. Okay, most of the hirers in India, uh, actually 80% of the IT grads land here. Okay, that is in the service companies. So largest hiring actually happens in the service companies itself. When it comes to product based companies, okay, the fresher gets anywhere around 10 to 25 LPA. And then if you are into third to fifth year of your corporate life, you will be anywhere earning anywhere around 25 to 45 LPA. That is if you are in the product based company. And if you quietly move ahead with 7 to 10 years of experience, you will be somewhere around 45 to 80 LPA. Now, if you start your career with a startup or a mid-tier IT companies, that is like Zoho, Freshworks, Razorpay, Swiggy, or Zomato Tech, okay, so your salary will be starting as a fresher with 5 to 12 LPA, and then mid-level by the third and the fifth year, you will be anywhere around 12 to 22 LPA, and by the time you become a senior, that is with an experience of 7 to 10 years, you will be anywhere around 22 to 40 LPA. Now, these product based companies are very hard to crack, but salary is 3 to 5 times of what you get in service based companies. Okay, so in what happens in startup is you have an option of equity. Okay, so that can actually make a much better contribution. Now, a key insight into this is that gate plus core sector will give you around 6 to 22 LPA with unmatched stability. That is one of the add-ons and advantage over the IT sector. And in the product IT sector, 10 to 80 LPA with high risk and competition is there. But VLSI is actually best of both the worlds, that is IT as well as core sector. So if you are into VLSI, I think I would say it is one of the fantastic decision that you have ever made. Now let us have a look into the core sector. If you go into PSU by the gate, uh, normally you have NPTC, BHEL, ONGC, ISRO, and Bell. You start with anything around 6 to 10 LPA and gradually move on to 14 to 22 LPA with housing, pension, and medical allowances that is given to you. If you are into VLSI or semiconductor, you have Qualcomm, Micron, Intel, and Samsung. You start anywhere around 6 to 12 LPA and then slowly gradually move ahead to 20 to 35 LPA. This is one of the fastest growing core domains. So I think you need to look out for VLSI and semiconductor. And basically you're talking about a core industry. You will start anywhere around 3 to 6 LPA in L&T, Siemens, ABB, Bosch, or Schneider, and then slowly move ahead with 12 to 20 LPA. This is stable, but project based growth is there. Okay, and then EV and renewable energy sector, Ola, Ather, Tata EV, okay, and Grenco. These are some of the companies that are actually hiring in the domain of EV and renewable. So here you start off with 4 to 8 LPA and then gradually move ahead with move on with 15 to 28 LPA. And fastest hiring in India as of now in the last 2 years in this particular domain. So I think here the takeaway is that you can actually try for VLSI and semiconductor and EV and renewable energy if you're looking into core domain. If you're looking into IT domain, I think I have explained you all the possibilities in the core domain also. Now, salary comparison when it comes to globally. So, in if you're in US, if you're talking about USA, an IT engineer earns anywhere around 110 to 180k dollars annually, whereas a core engineer earns anywhere around 75k to 140k annually. If you're talking about Canada, okay, a person or an IT engineer in Canada, working in Canada, will earn anywhere around 85k to 140k dollars in Canada. Whereas if the same person is into that is the core domain, he'll be earning anywhere around 70 to 110k. Now, when we talk about UK, okay, you will be earning anywhere around 45 to 90,000 pounds, whereas here you will be earning as a core 35 to 75,000 pounds. In Germany, it is anywhere around 55 to 90,000 euros, whereas in a core sector it is 50 to 85 thousand euros. So almost similar, okay, in Germany. In Singapore, it is 70 to 120k Singapore dollars, whereas for a core, it is 55 to 100k dollars. If you are in UAE or Gulf, then you will be earning anywhere around 15 to 35k per month. That is 15,000 dirhams to 35,000 dirhams per month. If you are an IT engineer working in UAE or in Gulf, whereas if you are in core, the triple E sector, or in a core sector, you will be earning anywhere around 12 to 30 thousand dirhams per month, almost similar. So as per the global trend in USA and Europe, VLSI engineers earn close to software engineers, and in core triple E, okay, abroad commands much higher salaries than India based roles. So if actually you are a core engineer and you're working in abroad, then you can get a much better higher salaries than what you can get in Indian based roles. This is a salary comparison of the for the global market from 2025 to 2026. Now, placement trends, 2025 and 2026. So IT sector has seen hiring slowdown. Mass IT hiring by TCS Infosys has dropped by 30% in 2024 and 2025. That is something which is very alarming. Okay, next comes the AI automation impact. Entry level coding jobs is shrinking due to GitHub Copilot and AI tools. Product and GCC boom. Amazon, Google India, Qualcomm, GCC hiring at premium salaries. Okay, and then demand for upskilling. Only AI, cloud, cybersecurity roles growing at a base level. Others are all gone. Layoff. Indian IT saw 50,000 plus layoff in 2024, selective hiring in 2025. So these are some of the stats if you're looking into IT domain. Now, this is not something that I put randomly, these are all actually source based. Now, when it comes to core sector, semiconductor surge, there has been a significant semiconductor surge in the recent year. There's around 21 billion investment in India itself in semiconductor. 40% hiring surge in VLSI and chip design is happening. EV revolution, India's EV policy pushing massive demand for power electronics engineers. Renewable energy, India has a 100 gigawatt solar target, thousands of triple E jobs in renewable energy by 2027. Core in Mysuru and Tier 2. So, core hiring up by 40% in regions like Mysuru, Pune, and Hyderabad. NIT and IIT core packages. Average packages at NIT Calicut rose from 8.7 to 11.8 LPA in core domain. Now, this is a very bright thing for the core domain. So, if you're planning for core domain, I think you are on a very right path also. Career growth, if where do you see yourself on the career path from 5 to 10 years? So if you have selected an IT domain, your IT career ladder will look something like this: 0 to 1 year as an associate or a trainee, 3.5 to 7 LPA. Second and third year as a software engineer, 17 to 15 7 to 15 LPA. And then fourth and sixth year, by the time you are in the fourth and sixth year, senior engineer, 15 to 30 LPA. And final as a senior, that is from seventh year onwards, you will be working as a tech lead or as an architect with 25 to 50 plus LPA package. Whereas if you are into core domain, your career ladder will look something like this. 0 to 1 year you are a fresher, graduate engineer trainee, 3 to 5.5 lpa. Then second and third year you'll be working as a junior engineer, 5 to 10 lpa. And then from fourth to sixth year you'll be working as a design or a project engineer, earning anywhere around 10 to 18 lpa. And finally, once you become a senior person with 7 plus years of experience, you'll be working as a senior manager or a senior engineer with 10 18 to 30 lpa. Okay, so now the thing is, both paths, okay, or both path that you take will converge to 20 to 30 lpa at senior level. IT is faster but competitive. Core is slower but steadier and often overlooked by peers. So these are some of the things that you need to know. Okay, I am not actually telling that you should join only core domain or you should join only IT domain. It is my job, okay, to give you a better picture in both the domains so that you can actually decide in which domain you really need to work on. Now, future of IT jobs 2026 to 2030. I don't think you can get these type of content anywhere. Anywhere it is not available. Okay, I put in a lot of efforts to actually come out with these details. So AI and machine learning is exploding like anything. India's AI market to hit 17 billion by 2027. AIML engineers in highest demand globally. Cybersecurity, very high. 3.5 million unfilled cybersecurity jobs worldwide by 2025 was there. Okay, so premium salaries are guaranteed. High growth for cloud computing. AWS, Azure, GCP expanding Indian data centers. Okay, so even now you could have seen in the news that recently there was a very high investment in Andhra Pradesh for developing a data center. So 65% of the IT jobs will require cloud by 2028. Now, what are at risk? Okay, basic software development. AI coding tools are replacing junior DevOps developers. Okay, only engineers who adapt to AI workflows will survive. So it is not like that just knowing coding will help you. You need to have a good knowledge or a good hand-on experience with AI also. Okay, India as an IT export hub has a very strong future. India's IT export to reach 400 billion by 2030. This is by NASCOM, but premium skills only. Next, finally, GCC and product companies are booming. 1600 plus GCCs in India by 2025. Companies like Walmart, Boeing, HSBC are hiring here in India. So the bottom line is IT has a bright future, but only for those specializing in AI, cloud, security. Basic coding jobs face disruption by 2027. So never think that just learning coding is going to land you a job in the IT domain. Okay, so please come out of this thing. You need to upskill yourself. Now the future for triple students. Okay, so when it comes to EV and electric mobility, massive growth. Okay, India targets 30% of EV penetration by 2030. Just imagine 30% of EV penetration. This is going to be a game changer. Millions of triple jobs in EV design, charging infra and BMS, battery management system. Renewable energy, this is going to be explosive. India's 500 gigawatt target by 2030. Earlier it was 100 gigawatt, now India is targeting 500 gigawatt. Solar, wind, green hydrogen all need only triple engineers at the core. Now, this is the reason why I say core and triple is evergreen. Okay, triple is going to be evergreen. Okay, so if you are in triple or if you are a triple engineer, I assure you, you have a very bright future. AI proof. Semiconductor and VLSI. 21 billion is being invested in Indian fabrication industry. Okay, Micron, Tata, Foxconn need thousands of graduate engineer trainees. Okay, VLSI, future gold mine. So work on semiconductor, VLSI, and embedded systems. You will not regret it. Smart grid and smart cities are on a high rise. India's smart city mission plus smart metering, 800,000 plus triple E jobs estimated by 2027. And industrial automation. This is growing rapidly. India's 4.0 adoption driving PLCs, SCADA, robotics demand across the manufacturing. Okay, defense and space, ISRO and DRDO strategic. Okay, India's space economy to hit 44 billion by 2023. So, triple E background essential for avionics and power systems. Now, the punchline here is that core triple E is becoming AI proof. Okay, physical hardware, chips, energy, EVs, these cannot be replaced by AI. The future is bright and underrated. So, work on core domain. That is my advice. But at the end of the day, it is up to you what you have to choose. I'm just giving you a clear picture. That's all. Head to head comparison. Starting salary for a IT job 3.5 to 7 LPA. Okay, if you are into service, 10 to 25 LPA if you are into product. If you are into core domain, 3.5 to 5 LPA or 6 to 12 LPA VLSI. Salary growth fast, can be 10 times in 5 to 7 years in product, but when it comes to core domain, steady, doubles in the 5 to 8 years of time span. Job security medium, because there has been heavy layoffs in IT sector. Okay, job security is very high in the triple E or the core domain. Work type, software, coding, remote friendly, hardware, field work, labs, and industry for the core domain. Competition very high. Everyone actually wants to get into IT domain, but in when it comes to core domain, there's a moderate competition. Okay, there's very fewer triple E specific candidates. Location Bangalore, Hyderabad, Pune, and remote. And when it comes to core domain, industrial areas, PSU, plant location, wherever the plant are. Future threat, junior roles at risk from AI. Now, when it comes to core domain, AI proof boss, physical world jobs. These are okay. Top domain growth, AI, cloud, and cybersecurity are the top notch. Okay, growth jobs in IT domain. Whereas when it comes to core domain, EV, VLSI, renewables, and semiconductor. When gate required, not needed, mainly not needed for IT domain, but recommended opens, PSU, and research gates. Then abroad scope, very high, USA, Canada, UK, and EU. But when it comes to core, good. Germany, Middle East, and Singapore are very viable options if you're working in the core domain. India specific insights that actually you must know. Tech Hub Geography, IT, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Pune, NCR, and Chennai. But when it comes to core sector, Mumbai, Surat, Ahmedabad is for power, Pune, auto and EV, Chennai, semiconductor, Noida is for defense. PSU Dream Gate is the king. BHEL, NTPC, ONGC, ISRO, DRDO, BL all actually recruit through Gate. Salary starting from 6 to 18 LPA. That is the extra perks, job security, aim for gate score of 650 plus. India Semiconductor Mission, 76,000 crore incentive scheme. Tata, Micron, PSMC setting up fabrication facilities. This is India's moonshot. VLSI engineers will be gold in the 2026 to 30. EV policy impact. Okay, FAME 3, that is what do you call? It is a scheme that is related to uh, EV manufacturing. Okay, and PLI for EVs, two wheelers, EV mandate by 2026. Ola, Ather, Tata EV, Mahindra, all are hiring triple E engineers aggressively when it comes to EV. National Solar Mission, 150 gigawatt of solar energy already installed, 500 gigawatt target by 2030. Every solar park needs actually power electronics plus electrical engineers. Startup ecosystem. India has 100 plus EV startups, 50 clean tech startups, 200 IoT startups hiring triple E freshers. Not just TCS and Infosys, explore the startup scene. This is my advice when it comes to India specific insights that actually you must know, and these are all dominating the core domain. And now the reason why you should choose IT. So I'm giving you both options here. I'm not actually promoting only core sector. Highest salary at entry level, Product companies offer 10 to 45 LPA to freshers. Okay, service firms give you 3.5 to 7 LPA, best financial start possible. Remote work and flexibility. Most IT jobs allow work from home or hybrid model, live anywhere, work anywhere, great work life balance in product companies. Fast career progression. With the right skill, you can be a senior engineer in 3 to 4 years and earn 25 plus LPA before you turn 28. India as global IT hub. India's IT exports is almost equal to 250 billion and they are growing. Global companies trust Indian engineers. Abroad opportunities are huge. Constant learning culture. IT keeps you on your toes. New tech every year. If you love learning new things, IT is your natural habitat. Startup ecosystem. 1,000 plus funded startups in India, equity, ESOPs, innovation, massive wealth creation possible in tech startup. Choose IT if you love coding, want high pay quickly, comfortable with competition, prefer urban life plus remote work. Why you should choose core domain. AI proof career boss. Nobody can automate an EV motor engineer or a substation designer. Physical world jobs are irreplaceable by the AI tools. India's infrastructure boom. 111 lakh crore infra push has been done. Power grids, EV infra, renewable parks all need electrical engineers. Massive job creation is happening in this area. VLSI premium salary. VLSI is a hidden gem. 6 to 12 LPA for a fresher. That is one of the best thing I've seen. Okay, $100,000 plus if you are abroad. Okay, less known, less competition, huge opportunity. PSU stability plus perks. NTPC, BHL, ISRO jobs. If you're able to crack gate and get into PSU, 8 to 18 LPA plus housing plus pension plus medical. Unmatched job security in India. You are going to live your life like a king. Okay. Global demand. Germany needs electrical engineer. Gulf pays $60,000 plus for power engineers. Singapore for chip design. So go global. Deep expertise is rare value. Most of the electrical students jump to IT. The few who stay in core become extremely valuable, rare, and highly paid. Now, the punchline. Choose core if you love Triple E concept, want stability, expertise, interested in EV, energy chips, or open to gate preparation. Final verdict. There is no better option. There is only better for you. Okay, so basically what I'm trying to say is that it is not like that only IT is a better option or core is a better option. Okay, so it is only which is better for you that you have to select. I cannot say that this is better, this is better. I can only say these are the options that is available. You have to select which is better for you. So that is why I said there is no better option. There is only better for you. Okay, which one is better for you? You have to decide. So choose IT domain if you love coding, problem solving, want highest salary at entry level, comfortable with competition, want remote and urban lifestyle, open to switching domains. Okay, target startup or product companies. Or if you want to choose a core domain, if you love triple E concepts, hardware, want stable and long term growth, interested in electric vehicles, energy and chip manufacturing, want to get into PSU or government job security through gate. Okay, plan to go abroad in engineering, want less competition but more depth. So these are just the option, but what I have explained earlier, that is actually something like what do you say, like a gold mine. What I've explained, if you go through each and every detail slowly, what I've explained, and have a little bit of patience to explore on each and everything that I've said, you will be able to make a very very right decision, which is going to alter your career path and take into a path where you will live your life fully tension free, and you will always appreciate your decision that you have taken. So that is why I've made this video, because I've seen most of the student getting confused. Even when they are in their final semester, they are fully confused, they are lost. Which particular area or domain should I actually take? Did I make a wrong decision by taking IT domain? Because I've seen student coming landing into IT domain without even knowing a basic coding. Okay, so these are all things happen. That is why I have made this video for each and every student, so that they get the real feel of how each domain is. Now the bonus, the hybrid strategy, best of both. Okay, the smartest electrical students are choosing the both, combining core domain knowledge with software skills. Here's how. Embedded plus Python is equal to IoT engineer. Combine embedded C, hardware design with Python and cloud. Work at Bosch, Qualcomm, or funded IoT startups. Starting package 8 to 20 LPA. VLSI plus machine learning, AI chip design engineer. Verilog plus machine learning, designing AI accelerators like NVIDIA does. Highest paid profile globally. Google TPU, Qualcomm AI roles. 15 to 35 LPA easily. Power electronics plus software EV system engineer. BMS motor control inverter design with Python, MATLAB knowledge. Tesla, Ola, Ather, Tata EV. Dream hiring will happen for you. India's most in demand profile by 2027, 10 to 25 LPA. Like that, you will get it. Okay, electrical design plus cloud, smart grid engineer. Power system knowledge plus AWS, cloud skills, energy analytics, smart meters, and grid automations are they are booming globally. So 8 to 18 LPA is guaranteed for you. The students who combine core domain with software skills will be the highest valued engineers by 2030. So this actually I've added the end. You know why? Because in the starting I just gave you the detailed, okay, explanation for both the domain. Okay, and by that time if you had made up your mind, fine. If still you had not made up your mind, then this is the option for you. Go for hybrid strategy. Okay, which is the best of the both. Here also the packages are really super awesome. Now the 4 year action plan starting today. First year, second year, third year, fourth year, all the IT tracks, okay, for each year, what and all you have to learn. Then the core tracks for each year, what and all you have to learn. Now this is almost similar to the one that I had actually explained you in my first video on the placement roadmap. This reference I've taken it from there itself. So if you have gone through that video, fine, or else this is also fine. Okay, you can target on these topics that I've listed for each year. This also will help you to uh, on a larger extent. Now finally, IT versus core, both paths will lead you to success. The difference is in you. If you select IT, it is speed plus money. If you select core, stability plus expertise. Now it is up to you which domain you're going to select, or as I told, the last option, hybrid strategy. So do comment below on this video. Have you selected IT or core? Which one you are choosing, or you're going with my third option, the best strategy, that is the hybrid one. Okay, now it is up to you to take charge of your career and decide which domain you actually want to go. Because if you go into the placement season without deciding on this most important factor, then trust me, you're making the biggest blunder of your life, which is going to affect your career like anything. And you cannot recover from it, you will only regret it. So I would say to each and every student, don't skip the video. Go through each and every detail that I have mentioned in this video. Go through my previous videos of top 10 skills, and before that the placement roadmap what I have explained. I'm telling you, if you really go through all the things that I've explained and try to work on it day by day, by the time you are into your final semester or the seventh semester when your placement will start, I am assuring you in the first phase itself, you're going to get a very good job offer. And this video, I hope, will really help you, okay, to decide which domain you want to choose. If you are decided, please do comment below which one did you actually select. My main intention was to help out the students. These are all the videos that I'm actually making based on my experience that I have seen in the students, the problems that the student have faced in deciding a proper career path for them. So I hope with the medium of this video I am able to help out the students who are in this confusion or are completely lost, uh, and are not able to decide which domain to actually select. So I hope this video once again helps. But the most important thing right now is to know that nothing is going to come in your favor unless you put in so much of effort that you get noticed for your effort, for your hard work, for your consistency. Until then, don't expect anything to come on your way. An offer is not going to simply come and land on your lap and say, oh, you're placed in so and so company with so and so package. You got to put so much number of hours of hard work that others are not ready to put in. If you really want that shiny, glowing package with you, then you need to forget everything and you need to work hard. Hard work with consistency will get you the results. So, thank you once again for watching this video. I hope this video helps each and every one of you. Please feel free to contact me. I'm always there to help the students in whatever way that is actually possible. So, slowly I'm making this series on placement and hoping that someday these videos will help the students in one or the other way, and you get placed in a very good company. That will be one of the biggest feedback or something that I get in return. So once again, thank you all of you. So please do like, share this with your friends from other universities, and I hope this will help much. And do subscribe to my channel for more videos like this on placement. Thank you one and all. Do take care of yourself. This is Atya signing off.